Okay, so I know I promised this extravagant vlog of like getting on the plane and heading to Linecamp, and that just like didn't happen. But I just went through day 1 of orientation, so I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna wash my face and then curl my hair, and we'll debrief. Okay, so I'm gonna be talking kind of quietly, but I used the hotel shower last night and like washed my hair, and it made my hair feel disgusting. But anyway, so I'm just gonna give you a recap of my last 2 days. But sorry, I was trying to make sure it was hot enough. Like that piece did not feel hot at all. But anyways, we flew out at 4 a.m. on Sunday, and it's now Monday, so I guess it's only been a day, but it's felt like 2 weeks. Also, we got this shirt from our thing. They only have like larges and XLs left, so this is a dress and it's my skin tone, but what are you gonna do about it? But anyways, but so we're up at 4 and we were flying into Dallas because we had to pick up my sister, or not pick up my sister, we had to drop my sister's dog off. Chip, we had to drop Chip off at her house. And then we got lunch with her and her boyfriend, and we headed to Waco and made a super duper quick Target run, which was super fun. And then we went to a dealership to look for a car, or me, which I think we found one, but like, I don't know. And then we got Jersey Mike's, and then I met my roommate. I'll insert a picture here of us. But that was super fun. We low-key like clicked. We've also been like chatting, talking, and I don't know what you want to call it, since March. So like I feel like we like already knew each other, if that makes sense. But anyway, so then I met my roommate, came back to my room. My day started at 7:10, which I'm like, it sounds super early, but like when you wake up at 4 a.m. the night before, like I was just dying. Because orientation is today, the first day, we headed to our first location, which was Waco Hall. That's where we were. That's where we checked in. My roommate and I met up with our families, and then everyone kind of met. And we went to Waco Hall, and then our first session was major specific. Well, I mean, the first session was like an hour long, and it was, I don't even know what it was, but it's kind of like an intro. I'm kind of forgetting. And it was like literally less than 24 hours ago, less than 12 hours ago, actually. Oops. It was 8 a.m. though, so. But then we went to our major specific, like, breakout groups, which was in the business school, which the business school is so nice. I literally love it. But I'm majoring in business, so I was in like the upper room, and then they like, oh my gosh, I wasn't ready for this because I hadn't been split from my dad yet during it, and I wasn't like expecting to ever get split from him. And then they like gave us the like intro and like what you need, and they were like, okay students, like it's your turn to go make friends. And I was like, No. But then we went down to this other room and this girl, like introduced herself and was like, hi, like my name's blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hi, like so nice to meet you. I was like so happy she came over and talked to me because like that's something I struggle with is like actually introducing myself to people. I don't know, I just get a little bit. They like played us a video that one of the business students had made about the business school, and it was cool. It was funny actually. You could definitely tell that like, I don't know, you could just tell like the type of person they were, people they were. And it was funny. And then they had us break out again into smaller breakout groups, but by birthday. And we were playing a Kahoot. And I liked my breakout group. They actually were really nice. The September birthdays. Then we reunited with our parents, and we had like 30 minutes of free time to do like a dorm tour. We wanted to go see our dorms, and then I ended up staying in where I was, the business building. I was like, where was I? I ended up staying in the business building for the entire duration, and I was just like talking with people. And then it was Dr. Pepper hour, which I might be stupid, okay? But I thought that the Dr. Pepper floats were like root beer floats with Dr. Pepper. And the ones that we got were, it almost was like just like a Dr. Pepper ice cream. Like, I don't know. I thought it was interesting though. It was so good. Like, I'm not complaining, but I just like, it wasn't what I expected. And then we got to talk to people at the Dr. Pepper hour, like different clubs that were there, stuff about student life, about careers and different paths and stuff, and like the health center, like it was mostly informational. And then we went to lunch. It was like grouped off by like last name. So like the first group was like L to Z for Dr. Pepper hour, and then A to K or something like that was at lunch. And then we went to lunch in the East Dining Hall, I think. I don't know. And I got pizza, and my dad got a Philly cheesesteak. And then I think we went back to Wake Hall for another thing, and then that ended, and we had like 2 to 3 hours to kill before our other one. So we went to, and my dad and I left the Dr. Pepper hour early and went to tour my dorm because my roommate went during that 11 to 11:30 time, so I forgot that. And then during the free time, my roommate and I checked out the bookstore because we hadn't been, and then we checked out the Student Life Center, and I think that was it. And then we walked back to Wake Hall. And then it was like the end of orientation, the like day part, and you had the option. Everyone went, but like 4 kids, and I was one of the 4. But it was like an evening option where you could like take a bus down to the stadium. Like if you're going to Baylor, and if you've seen any posts from Linecamp orientation, like you see everybody down at the field. And so I skipped out on that. My roommate and I skipped because I was tired and I was hot, honestly, and we were going to the dealership today, and I was like, I would rather go to that, honestly, and get like food of my choice rather than like be surprised. Plus, like, I think it would have been different if I wasn't doing Linecamp. I think I would have gone, because then I wouldn't like have 3 days to get to know these people, but I do. So like, why is that not, you know what? That's a problem for the morning, because I'm definitely gonna have to touch up these curls, so I don't know why I'm doing this right now. I'm hoping that in the morning they look fine. I'll give you an update if they do, or if they don't, I'll just give you an update no matter what. But anyways, so then I went to the dealership, I got dinner, and now I'm here. I will be giving a haul at the end of Linecamp, I think, if I remember, everything that I've gotten from just this week. I got this shirt, so that's part of it, and that's like, it was free, and then we just got like a bunch of free stuff, and it was fun. And then I got some stuff from the bookstore, not clothes. I haven't gotten any clothes yet. I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow, because orientation is only, like day 2 is only 8:15 till 1, rather than 8 to 8:30, but like for me it was 8 to 5:45, I think. It was funny though, because my roommate and I decided like we're not gonna go to that thing, and we like went out because they sent students out away from their parents, and like, yes, it was optional, but like it wasn't like posed as like an optional question or an optional choice. And so we went out, and we like were gonna find a bathroom to just like stand in, so like no one saw us, because we thought we were like forced to go. And we went to the wrong side. We went to the men's restroom first, and so then we crossed and went to the women's restroom, and the security guard was like, girls, like, hurry up, like you have 2 minutes before the bus comes. And we were like, oh, okay. And then we go to the bathroom, and she like comes in and is like, the bus is about to leave, like you need to hurry up. And I was like, as she was closing the door, I was like, what if we don't want to go? She was like, oh, you're not going, like, no worries. But anyways, went to dinner, and now I'm here, so I'll catch you whenever I remember to go. Okay, good morning. I'm finally home from Linecamp. This video is definitely going to be a lot of me talking, well, as much as I can. I kind of just want to talk about my experience of Linecamp and orientation. I already did the first half of orientation. Well, I guess I did the first day, and that was in the hotel room. And now I want to talk about Linecamp, just while I get ready, because I don't know, I do. I feel like when we talk about stuff we go through, and stuff we experience, it can help someone, because I definitely was absolutely terrified of Linecamp. I did not want to go. My voice is gone, if you could not tell. Sorry, my mom came in and to let our dogs in, so you will probably hear guys panting in the back the entire time. So I will try to talk as loud as I can. I lost my voice, if you can't tell. My voice is gone. It was actually a lot worse. It's gotten better, which is really good. But yeah, I just want to talk about my experience. Linecamp started after day 2 of orientation, and day 2 was very much like information heavy. The parents had parent-only sessions where they got to learn about like safety features of Baylor.
football games, all that type of stuff. And then during that, we were learning about traditions. Like, I think the biggest takeaway I can take from orientation is that Baylor is a community with so many traditions, and I'm so excited to like experience every single one of them. But yeah, so then after that we had about like an hour and a half to kill. I left a little bit early, so I had 2 hours to kill before we had to check in for Linecamp. So my roommate and I finally met, as I said in the last video, and we hung out and we went to Barefoot, which is right by Insomnia Cookies. This merch store is so cute. Oh my gosh, I loved it so much. So if you're ever looking for cute Baylor merch, please excuse the voice cracks, but if you're ever looking for more Baylor merch, definitely go there. But yeah, so then we checked in for Linecamp, and I had emailed asking if my roommate could be my roommate, because I'm just gonna tell y'all, I was so not excited for Linecamp. I was actually dreading it. I was like, I do not want to go. This is gonna be dumb. But I was just so nervous that I wasn't going to have any friends or anything like that, because I don't know, it's hard. It's a new scenario. I also think the worst part about it is that a lot of it is kept secret, and honestly, I kind of appreciate that. I had talked to people before, so I kind of knew what to expect, but they still kept things secret, so like it didn't ruin my experience, which I really appreciated. So anyways, I checked in, and like I said, I had emailed before asking to get my roommate as my suite mate. And if you talk to anyone, they tell you that you spend little to no time in your dorm, and that's true. You don't spend a lot of time in your dorm, but I think for me, I talked a lot in my dorm to my roommate. So anyways, they ended up getting it mixed up and not upholding what they had said, and so I kind of had a little bit of a breakdown, because like I said, I was so anxious. Like, I wanted at least like one for sure thing that was going to give me a little peace of mind, and having my roommate as my roommate was my peace of mind. So anyways, then they ended up sorting it out. I was so thankful that they did, because they didn't have to do that. They could have told me, just like, suck it up, like everyone's in the same boat, you gotta do it too. So I was really appreciative of them. And so then we got our like lanyards at check-in, and those lanyards at the bottom had a name, which I didn't notice until I went down after our parents left. And someone asked me, they were like, what person did you get? And I was like, what person did I get? Like, what do you mean? And so that was your small group leader, and that was who you were going to spend the most time with, was your small group. And your small group is about 11 people, and these are the people that you are really connecting with on a deeper level. We got our small groups, we met with them, we played a bunch of icebreakers. It was fun. It was really fun. And then we played bruiser games, which was also very fun. I'm not going to spoil what that is, because as a person that gets very nervous for like relay race type games, that's not what this was at all. It was super duper fun. I definitely think that you don't have to be athletic for it. Like, it does not take a bunch of running. It does not take you to be super athletic. So if anyone is nervous about that, do not worry. But yeah, it was just a super fun experience. Definitely more of an icebreaker as well, because I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like, you don't know these people, you've never met them, and now you're spending all of your time with them. Sorry, my makeup bag is down here, and there's a mirror right here. If you guys are wondering, like, why does she keep laying over there? I'm looking. Okay. That's why. But anyways, then after further games, you get your at dinner you get like your sing theme, and then at the bruiser games you get to know who your sing group is, and that's just like 3 randomized small groups put together, and then you guys get to choreograph. And as a person with a lot of social anxiety and a lot of anxiety in general, I genuinely had so much fun when it came time to perform sing. Do not worry about it. It is not that deep. Everyone is doing it. Just have fun, okay? Like, I thought I was going to be terrified, okay? Like, absolutely terrified. And I had the best time ever on stage. I loved it. And then we had family time and went to bed. Family time is just like where you meet with your group at the end of the night and kind of like debrief about that, and then they ask you a question, and yeah, it's just cool, and like how you're feeling, how your experience is day 1, and what your nerve levels are like, yeah. So then day 2, you wake up, and this is your trip to Independence, and you don't go until about 3 p.m. So during that, you get breakfast, you get lunch, and then you practice for sing. And then there are lectures in the morning that talk kind of about like why you're at Baylor and like different things that like calling. It explains calling. It was cool. Definitely, I was really tired, so I didn't pay attention as well as I should have, but the content was there. It was a super cool thing. But yeah, so then you go to Independence, and I had no clue what to expect from Independence. So all of my expectations were met, if that blown away. I have never felt what I felt there. I definitely think it is very magical, and if you are going to Linecamp, definitely don't have anyone spoil what Independence is for you, because I went in blind. I knew that's where you got your line jersey, but I didn't know what it was leading up to it, and I'm so glad I didn't. Oh my gosh, I genuinely, if anyone were to ask me my favorite part, Independence is my favorite part. I was confused on like why people were so moved by it. Oh my gosh, when I say you just have to experience it, you do. Like, holy moly, I've never, ever, ever felt what I felt there, and it's a really cool experience. I think that everyone deserves to just go in with an open mind, and it's just really cool. So that's my take on Independence. I loved it. And then you get back and you have a quick snack and you go to bed. That's a later night. That's definitely one where I woke up and I was like, I'm so tired. But I made it through. Definitely, if I could say any piece of advice, bring energy drinks and bring snacks. The nights are late, you're eating early. Sometimes snacks aren't always like promised at the end. And so I definitely was hungry afterwards, and if you're a picky eater, you're definitely gonna want to bring snacks. But yeah, so definitely bring like a 6 or a 12 pack of energy drinks, because you're gonna need it. They're late nights. I was so glad I had them. But anyways, so the next day was your longest day. You went to a lecture and you had breakfast and you had lunch, and then you had like a 3 to 4 hour sing practice, and you do not have to take all of that time. It's up to your leaders if they feel that y'all are good and you guys have a chance of winning and your routine looks good and everyone looks good, then they will let you out early after the dress rehearsal, because banquet is directly after that. And banquet is where you get to look nice. You put a dress on, you do your makeup, you do your hair. It's really nice. And then you go to sing, which I feel like I already talked about. Do not be scared for it. Like, genuinely, do not be scared for it. Like, I know I can sit there and say that, but as a person that just, like, I never want to put myself out there. I never want to put myself in this stage, like, or on this, like, on any stage. I don't want the attention on me. I loved it. Like, I genuinely loved it, and, like, let loose. Like, nobody cared about what anyone thought, and everyone had so much fun with it. And it's so fun seeing all the themes and all the dances and the music mashups, because we didn't make those, we were given them. And so it's just a really cool experience. And then this is your longest night ever. So you go back to the dorm by yourself after banquet, because your leader does have to have a team meeting, and so it's up to you to help with your team and be there all at once so y'all can get the best seats possible. And then also after banquet, when you go back to the dorm, that's your last time at the dorm before they, like, let you go at, like, I want to say 11 something. I mean, they don't, like, let you go, but until you're, like, I'll explain it. So you basically, if you want your camera, I know they tell you to only bring a water bottle. Like, all you need is a water bottle. And a full water bottle, for that matter. Yes, you need a full water bottle. And it is not for saying. But anyways, if you want your camera, if you want anything like that, bring it. I think my best friend was my belt bag. I definitely recommend bringing something like that, because you need to hold your stuff. Like, you need to have hand sanitizer if you want powder. I don't know. Definitely bring your belt bag, hairspray if you want to curl your hair, setting spray, sunscreen. You'll definitely need bug spray, especially if you're from out of state and you're not used to bug bites like me. Bug spray became my best friend. So but yeah, so after sing, you get dismissed and they take you to somewhere called Celebration. It's super fun. I had a great time. It gets super hot, so bring a fan, like a little held fan. Bring your camera. You're going to want to take pictures there. That is the best picture spot ever. And I forgot my camera, so in my the girl in my small group that I'm really close with now, she forgot her camera too, which I didn't bring my camera the entire night. We kind of just used hers, or not the entire night, the entire week. But definitely bring it to Celebration. And then after Celebration, you go to the sub, you have a snack, there's events kind of going on, and then you're kind of free to go. And so that night is where a ton of people stay up till sunrise, which I, in fact, did not do. I am the type of person that needs 8 hours of sleep. I get so tired, I get so cranky. I did stay up till 3 a.m., which is still really late, but it is not as late as other people stayed up. I know some people that got only an hour of sleep last night, and sorry, we have gained a puppy because my sister brought her dog in. Anyways, and so it's just gonna be a late night. I know people that only got an hour of sleep, so be prepared for that. Guys, they're going crazy. But yeah, so honestly, it was one of the best experiences of my life. I would recommend anyone who comes across this video, if you were a freshman, like incoming, go to Linecamp. It can be so nerve-wracking, and I understand that more than anyone in the whole entire world, but it's genuinely so worth it. I've met so many people there. I met so many people that I think I'm going to talk to outside of Linecamp. It's a really cool experience, and I definitely think that everyone should go. I'm really sorry if this video is boring and hard to watch because of my voice being gone, and it's just me getting ready, and I was getting ready in the last one, so I really, really, really hope you guys go to Linecamp if you have the opportunity and if you can. I can't speak more highly about anything in the entire world. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm really, really, really sorry for how boring this video is. I promise the next ones will be more interesting. I moved into my new house, if you can't tell by the change of scenery, and all my dorm stuff is here, so expect more like moving videos and dorm videos to come. So I hope you all enjoyed.